mansion of a love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. Oh, so tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh God, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Over a day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We're undone, lady. We are undone. Alack the day. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou, but I am not I, if there be such an I. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eye. God save the mark here on his manly breast. A piteous course, a bloody piteous course. All pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I sounded at the sight.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break at once.
Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord.
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
God, it did. Alas, the day it did.
Oh, serpent-hearted with a flowering face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, dove-feathered raven, wolfish ravening lamb, despised substance of divinest show, just opposite to what thou justly seekst, a damned saint, an honorable villain. Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow, shame's shame to sit. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. My husband lives that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's death that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death, that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That banish it, that one word banish it, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough if it had ended there, but with a rearward following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that
weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Come, nurse, I'll to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Hie you to your chamber. Out, Romeo. I won't well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him, he's hid at Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth. Come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Ha! Banishment! Be merciful, say death!
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself, hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banished is death mistermed. Calling death banished, thou cuts my head off with a golden axe, and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin! O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law. Turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every dog and cat and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. He is banished, and sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, thou ne'er so mean, but banished to murder me. Banished.
Thou fond madman, hear me a little speak.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Yet banished. Hang up philosophy. Unless philosophy can make a Juliet. Displant a town, reverse a prince's doom. It helps not. It prevails not. Talk no more.
I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when that wise men have no eyes? Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt, murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall into the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an mid-grade.
Arise, one knocks. Romeo, hide thyself. Hark how they knock. Who's there? Arise, Romeo, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Get up, run to my cell. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from the Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar. Oh, tell me, Holy Friar, where's my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress' case. Just in her case, even so lies she. Blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up. Stand up. Stand and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Speaks thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Where is she, and how doth she, and what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and falls on her bed and starts up, and Tybalt calls, and on Romeo cries, and falls down again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her, as that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, Friar, tell me in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge. Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Thou hast amazed me. By my brotherhood, I thought thy disposition better tempered. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a mishaved and sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go. Get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua. For thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000 times more joy than thou went forth in lamentation.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Hie thee, make haste, for it grows very late. Give me thy hand, 'tis late. Farewell. Good night.
But that a joy, past joy, calls out on me. Were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily, that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. For we were born to die. It is very late. She will not come down tonight.
These times of woe afford no times to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is mewed up with her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me, nay more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son's Paris love, and bid her mark you me on Wednesday next. But soft, what day is it?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Wednesday is too soon. A Thursday let it be. A Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two, for hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman, if we revel much. Therefore, we'll have some 6 friends, and there an end. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
We'll get you gone, if Thursday be it then. Go though to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho, before me. 'Tis so very late that we may call early by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out. Jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountaintops. I must be gone and live or stay and die.
Yond light is not daylight. I know it, It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer and light thee on the way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be tame. Let me be put to death. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. Hie hence. Be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords into pleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This does not so, for she divideth us. Oh no, be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes. Madam,
Nurse,
Your lady mother's come into your chamber. The day's broke. Be wary. Look about.
good window, let day in and let life out.
farewell. Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so, love, Lord, I, husband, friend? I must hear from thee every day within the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count, I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, think'st thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh, God, I have an ill-defining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art so low as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou look'st pale.
And trust me, love, and mine, I so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. It's you. It's you.
Oh, fortune, fortune, all men call thee fickle. Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, would thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
The girl that weepeth not so much for his death, as the villain lives, which slaughtered him.
Aye, madam, from the reach of these my hands may none but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. We soon shall keep Tybalt's company, and I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed? Now I will tell thee joyful tidings, girl. And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? Beseech your ladyship. Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one which you put thee from thy heaviness hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectst not, nor I looked not for. Madam, in happy time, what day is that? Marry my child, early next Thursday morn. The gallant, young, and noble gentleman of County Paris, St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride. Now, by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste, that I should wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself. See how he will take it at your hands.
How now, the conduit girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful still for hate that has meant love.
How? Sharp logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minnie and you! Thank me no thankings, no proud me no prouds, but feckle your fine joints gainst Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church. Oh, I'll drag thee unherded thither! Out, you green sickness carrot! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Are you mad, Father? I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word!
And the young baggage, you disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee a church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. We scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child, but now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding!
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue, good prudence. Smatter with you, gossip, go!
I speak no treason.
Peace, you mumbling fool! Out of your gravity over a gossip's bowl, for here we need it not!
Too hot!
Spread this makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company, and still my care have been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, only to have this wretched pulling fool to answer, I will not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, pray me, pardon you. And you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Think unto it, look unto it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advice, and you'll be mine. I'll give you to my friend. You'll be not. Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, and what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust me, bethink you, I will not be forsworn.
Is there any pity sitting in the clouds that season to the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies. Talk not to me for all that sweet word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Oh, God. Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy, some comfort, nurse?
Faith. Here it is. Romeo is banished. And since the case so stands now as it doth, I think it best that you marry with the county. Oh, he is a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish-clout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so fair, so green, so quick an eye as Paris hath. True, my very heart, I think you happy in this second match, for it exceeds your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as best he were, as living here and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady mother I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence help to make confession to be absolved.
Marry, I will. And this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I'm nothing slow to slack his hate.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and, in his wisdom, hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, the which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now, do you know the reason for this haste?
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be love on Thursday next.
Well, what must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye, I'm sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
For so, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
How wrong stick more than tears without report. Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered.
Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now? Or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse ye. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must and nothing may prorogue it on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hear'st of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands, therefore give me some present counsel. Be not so long to speak. I long to die.
Oh, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame, that copest with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap, rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of any tower. Chain me with roaring bears, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that to hear them told have made me tremble, and I will do it, without fear or doubt.
Oh, then, be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Tomorrow night, let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Then when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. And that very night will Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, if no inconstant toy nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting it.
Give me. Oh, tell me not of fear.
Get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford.
Farewell, dear father.
What? Is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her. Peevish self-willed harlotry it is. Well, how now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by holy warrants to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county, go tell him of this. We'll to church tomorrow.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence cell, and gave him what becometh love I might, not stepping o'er the bounds of modesty.
Well, this is well, I'm glad onto it. Stand up, now before God. This reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit for me tomorrow? Oh, no, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, though, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow. Although with Juliet, help deck up her. My heart is wondrous light since this same wayward girl has so reclaimed.
Gentle nurse, I pray you leave me to myself tonight. For I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which well thou knowest is cross and full of sin. What ho, are you busy? Need you my help? No, madam. We have called such necessaries as are behoveful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business. Good night. Get into bed, rest, for thou hast need. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then, tomorrow morning? No. No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, where for these many 100 years the bones of all my buried kinsmen are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, in some hours of the night, spirits resort. Alack, alack, is it not like that I, oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, and madly play with my forefather's joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage, with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo that did spit his body on a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt! Stay! Romeo! 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 Here's drink. I drink to thee.
Mistress! What mistress, Juliet? Oh, fast, I warned her she. Why, lamb, why, lady, fie, you slug-a-bed. What love say? Sweetheart, madam.
Why, bride?
What? Not so. Ah, you take your penny's worth now. Sleep for a week. For the next night, I warned the County Paris has set up his rest that you should rest but little. How sound is she asleep? I must needs wake her. Madam! 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 Aye, let the county take you in your bed. He'll frighten you up, I faith. What, not even so? I must needs wake you. Lady, lady, lady. Alas. Oh, alas. Help. Help! Oh, where a day that ever I was born. My lady's dead. Samacque Vige, ho! My lord, my lady!
My nurse is here!
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Oh, look! Look! Oh, heavy day.
My child, my only life! Revive! Look up or I will die with thee! Oh, help! Help, call, help!
For shame. Bring Juliet forth. Her orders come.
She's dead! She's deceased! She's dead, alack the day!
Like the day she's dead, she's dead, she's dead!
Now let me see her. Ah! Alas, she's cold. Devil hath taken her hence to make me wail. Raise up my tongue and hath set me speak. Ah!
Come. Is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she was deflowered by him. Deaf is my son-in-law. Deaf is my heir, my daughter he hath wedded. Oh, die and leave him all, life living, all is death.
If I thought long to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sight as this?
Such happy, wretched, painful day, but one poor and loving child, one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath catched it from my sight.
A woe, a woeful day. Beguiled, divorced and a wrong and spite and slain.
Child, my soul and not my child. Dead art thou, alack, my child is dead, and with my child my joys are buried.
Peace, ho! For shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all. And all the better is it for the maid. The most you sought was her promotion, for 'twas your heaven she should be advanced. And weep ye now, seeing she is advanced, above the clouds, as high as heaven itself? Dry up your tears. Stick your rosemary on this fair course, and as the custom is, and in her best array, bear her to church.
All things we have ordained festivals turn from their office to the funeral.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom's lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came, found me dead. Strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think. And breathed with life such kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah, me. How sweet is love itself possessed when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona! How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Pardon me for bringing these ill news.
Is it Ian so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowest my lodging. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do impart some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Get thee gone, and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Leave me and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. But see for means. Oh, mischief. Thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds. Meager were his looks. Sharp misery had worn him to the bones. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. Have a dram of poison. Such soon-speeding gear as will deliver itself through all the veins, that the lake-weary taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged of breath as violently as hasty powder fire doth hurry from the fatal cannon's womb.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Do not poor, but break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that thou mayst not sell. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come cordial, and not poison go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan friar, brother, ho!
The same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me here in this city visiting the sick, and finding him the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it, nor get a messenger bring it thee, so fearful were they of infection.
Unhappy fortune. By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, the neglecting of which may do great danger. Friar John, go hence. Now must I to the monument alone. Within this 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will write again to Mantua, and keep her in my cell till Romeo come. Poor soul. Closed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me thy torch, boy. Hence, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Whistle to me a signal if thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go. Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. The obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies and true love's right? What? With a torch? Muffle me, knight, a while.
Hold! Take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father. By thy life I charge thee, whenever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
My lord.
By heaven, I'll tear thee joint by joint, and strew the hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers of the roaring sea.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Think thou that. Live and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow. Thou detestable moth, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
Stop thy unhollow toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone! Do not stay! Be gone! And hereafter say a madman's mercy bid thee run away! Ah!
And I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh Lord, they bite! I will go call the watch!
I am slain!
If thou be merciful, open the tomb. Lay me with Juliet.
In faith I will. Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman. Noble county Paris, give me thy hand. One writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I lay thee in a triumphant grave. A grave. Oh no. A lantern slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet. In her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence, full of light. Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? And that the lean abhorred monster keeps thee here in darkness to be his paramour, for fear of that I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world's weary flesh. Eyes, with your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you the doors of breath seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss I die.
Francis, be my speed. How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at graves? Fear comes upon me. Much I fear some ill, unthrifty thing. Alack! Alack, what blood is this which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? Romeo! Oh, pale! Who else? Why, Paris, too, and steeped in blood. Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable fire. Where's my lord? Could you remember well where I should be? And there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Come. I'll dispose of thee with a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to argue, for the watch is coming. Good Juliet, come, go! I dare no longer stay.
Go! Get thee hence! I will not obey. What's here? Cup, closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet to hang on them to make me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm. Yea, a noise. Then I'll be free. Oh, happy dagger. This is thy sheath. There rust. And let me die.
Lead, boy. Which way? The ground is bloody. Search about the courtyard. Go. Tell the prince. Run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest?
Sovereign, here lies the County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before Warmint knew killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Oh, wife, look how her daughter bleeds.
The saint of death is as a bell that warns my old age to sepulchre.
O thou undone, what matters is in this? pressed before thy father to a grave.
Your sovereign, young Benvolio is deceased too.
Stop up thy mouth of outrage for a while. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
Here is a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps.
Say at once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was that Juliet's husband, and she, there dead, his faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You betrothed and would have married her perforce to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come to help to take her from her borrowed grave. But he that bore my letter, Friar John, returned my letter back. Then all alone came I to take her from her kindred's vault. But when I came, here untimely lay noble Paris and true Romeo, dead. She wakes, and I entreated her, come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience. And she, too desperate, would not go with me, but, as it seems, did violence on herself. If aught is miscarried by my fault, let my old life be subject to the rigor of severest law.
Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys. But love, and I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Brother Montague, give me thy hand.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was there a tale of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.